I'm Ben Ruiz. I'm the artist and designer of Aztez. I'm a part of Team Colorblind. We're a two-man group from Phoenix. We're about a year into the development of Aztez. It's half a beat 'em up and half a strategy game smashed together.
It has a pretty interesting art style. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. I mean, it was actually a sketch from years ago, like a game jam event, and it was completely black and white. And when I actually started to build the environments for the game, I realized I was very limiting. I introduced gray just to keep the interesting, limiting art style factor going on, and it ended up being the right decision. I've got this, cool art style that sort of looks Aztec-y and sort of looks modern.
What about the setting? Why Aztec?
I've always really liked the Mesoamerican cultures. I'm actually half Mexican, and so looking on that side of my history, I've got a lot of fascinating historical stuff to go off of. But I really wanted to make a beat 'em up, and so the Aztecs were the ones that sort of made the most sense for that. The Mayans and the Incans were more intellectual, so the Aztecs were a natural fit.
What about the strategy side? What's inspired you on that?
The other big inspiration for the game has actually been this indie game from like 10 years ago called Weird Worlds. And Weird Worlds was like a completely procedural, like spacefaring game where you would have this big map and you would move your little spaceship from system to system. And it wasn't like an incredibly complex idea, but the procedural thing made it incredibly replayable. Like, I think I still play it to this day, not as often, obviously, as I did when I first discovered it, but I've played it like thousands and thousands and thousands of times, and it's a huge inspiration. Like, every beat 'em up I've ever played, I play once for 3 hours, and then I never touch it again. And it bums me out because I love beat 'em up so much. Like, there's so much fun when I'm there, and then just never want to deal with it again.
What would you want to do after this game comes out? Would you want to make another like crazy genre mix game or what?
Yeah, so the plan is, if this comes out and we don't make a lot of money, which is okay, I'll stay small, and I'd actually like to make a game about luchadors and their careers, which are really fascinating. Mm-hmm. If we do make a lot of money and I can hire a couple people and like sustain myself for a bit, I'd like to make a game about greasers in the 50s and like them learning about small business and sort of taking over neighborhoods. So obviously my theme that I really like is like mixing action with something that you have to think about a bit, but both of these ideas can be replayable and can achieve what I'm trying to do right now.
So how's your GDC been so far?
GDC's been awesome and exhausting, I guess. This is actually my 10th GDC, so it's nothing new, but this is the first time that I guess I've come here to promote a game and do cool events like this where I get to see other games and talk to journalists.
So what do you think of the Unwinnable Salon?
I like it. I'm actually a big fan of Unwinnable. Like, I really appreciate the journalism that isn't just about games but also sort of about game culture. And a lot of the writers of Unwinnable, like, I followed for a long time, and they've all sort of ended up writing there, and so I've been really excited about this all week. So okay. Yeah, I'm glad to be here. If I don't seem excited, it's just because I'm exhausted and like no, actually, my brain is oatmeal in my skull right now.
you seem perfectly excited to me.
Oh, cool, man. That's good. Yeah. But I'm into it. I really like Unwinnable a lot. Ben Ruiz, Team Colorblind. The game is Aztez.